We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the Minnesota Twins and the Oakland A's. Almost time for these two to square off right after this. Catfish Hunter, a right-hander from North Carolina, is the man on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
This guy really struggled last year. This season's going to be about a bounce-back year. Real ugly ERA last year. He has a lot to prove to himself and to his teammates that he's a much better pitcher than he was last year.
In is Torrey Hunter. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Here comes the 2-1 now to Hunter. Grounded to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game.
Batting second, the designated hitter, Luis Arias.
Up next for Minnesota, Luis Arias, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Bases are empty, one man out. Left side, taken in by Simeon. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out.
Batting third, the second baseman, Rod Carew.
Into the box now, Rod Carew. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Line hard, but foul. 2 out, nobody on. So a full count now.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
The 3-2 pitch. Hit out towards second. And the off-balance throw is right there for the third out, and a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. Twins are set down 1-2-3, and the A's will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Bert Blyleven, a native of the Netherlands, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, when you look up the word dependability in the dictionary, you'll find a picture of this guy. Career ERA just under 3.5, and that's saying quite a lot in the high-scoring games that we see in baseball going on right now. Real solid pitcher, controls the running game, controls the strike zone, and more importantly, he knows how to get deep into the 6th, 7th, and 8th inning. Solid pitcher, and he'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Slider is in there, and now it's 1-2. Pitch on the way. Slow roller down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Now the pitch. Little too much bite on the slider that time, taken outside. 3-2 to the A's center fielder.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Striding in for Oakland, Marcus Semien. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game. The 1-1. And guys, as we take a look at the Twins at the start of play here tonight, they were the spoilers here on opening day as they took game 1 of the season on the road.
Yeah, Matty, not easy to start opening day on the road and grab a W in the opponent's ballpark, but that's what happened, and they come into game 2 with a chance to set the tone in this series.
And it's fouled away. It looked like the fastball got away from him there.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Jason Giambi. He was the main contributor offensively for his team yesterday, driving in both of their runs. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Jason Giambi. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate is Larry Bullard.
Hey, behind the dish, D-Roll, Larry Bullard. Pretty standard guy, works it. The only problem, I think, at times, hitters have a little bit difficult time. He'll give a little bit on that inside corner and outside corner. Not very consistent.
Yeah, but Larry's approachable. That's the one thing. If you turn around and say, is that as far as you're going on the outer half, he's usually going to tell you.
Simeon, the runner at first, with 1 gone in the inning. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
I think he had his mind made up. He was swinging the bat and trying to protect before the ball even left the pitcher's hand. That pitch wasn't even close. He would have needed a flagpole to hit that one.
In now, Ricky Henderson. And here's a slider for a called strike, and he's behind 1-2 now.
That's why this guy is great. Never misses over the heart of the plate. He's got electric stuff, but pinpoint control to all 4 quadrants.
Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. 1 left for Oakland. Still no score. Second inning set to go, and set to go is the veteran first baseman, Harmon Killebrew. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
At the plate, Josh Donaldson. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. And now a pitch on the way. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Stepping in now, Nelson Cruz. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And Dan Dero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They didn't get it done here in front of a big opening day crowd, but they'll look to get back on track here.
Yeah, Matty, I know it's not do or die. It's only game 2 of the season, but you never want to drop the home opener, and you certainly don't want to find yourselves 0-2 when you leave the ballpark today. I mean, this offense has gotten some ugly swings off early. This pitcher is...
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Down go the Twins in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit sharply on the ground. Carew has it. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
Batting 6, the third baseman, Matt Chapman.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And up next, the power hitting third baseman, Matt Chapman. A swing and a miss there. 2-2. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. And he fouls this one off. Hot shot on the ground is short. Gonzalez is there. On to first, and there are 2 down.
Batting 7, the right fielder, Chris Davis.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the big-time power bat of right-handed hitter Chris Davis. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. A's are gone in order. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. The next twin up, Mitch Garver, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. The 1-1 is strike 2 swinging.
This lineup is flailing right now. They're having a hard time just making contact, let alone putting the ball in play.
Lifted into the air out toward center field. Long run for the center fielder, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Batting 8, the left fielder, number 20, Eddie Rosario.
So striding in, Eddie Rosario. He was not much of a factor at the plate during yesterday's win as he took an 0-for-4 line. Into his motion, here comes the 3-1. Holds off on the slider, and that's a good idea as it's ball 4.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
Gonzalez.
Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Had nibbled the corner there but missed. 2-1. On it's Taylor made to short. 6, 4, 3. It's a double play and the inning is over. Nothing doing here for the Twins. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Bottom of the 3rd now, and now it'll be the catcher, Austin Allen. The 1-2. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Batting 9, the second baseman, Tony Kemp.
1 gone for the A's here in the 3rd. And striding toward the plate to hit next, Tony Kemp. Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Ramon Laureano. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
You know, Matty, tough to go down looking right there, especially in a long at-bat. I kind of tip my hat to the fact that he didn't go into uber swing mode. He battled. He just got locked up. Look for him to have another quality AB. I think he's seeing the ball pretty darn big right now.
No one can make a play on this one, and the A's first hit is going to be for extra bases. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
The good news for pitchers in this park is that it doesn't give up many home runs. A lot of room in the outfield. Sometimes that's the bad news as well, though, because there's a lot of space for hits to get down and to go for extra bases just like that.
Into the box, Marcus Semien. Yanked on the ground down the line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. This is foul right side.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
Here's another 1-2.
Good take right there. He's given him a great battle with guys in scoring position. We'll see who's going to win this duel.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Cruz has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And even with 2 away now, that ball just didn't get out there deep enough, so they'll hold him at third base. Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Jason Giambi, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Out of the stretch, the 3-2 home, and he takes ball 4. So now at least they're set up for the force at any base here with 2 away.
Wow, you know he's not happy with that call. When it crossed the plate, it sure looked like a strike to me. Seemed to catch a ton of the plate. That's a tough way to give up a walk, but he's got to put it behind him now.
Next up for the A's, Ricky Henderson. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Rosario is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands the bases loaded. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. All set for the start of the 4th, and that brings in the center fielder, Torrey Hunter. Here comes the 2-1 now to Hunter. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's the first hit in this one for Minnesota.
And that's hitting 101 right there, guys. The only way you're able to execute that type of base hit on that type of pitch is to recognize it early, stay tall, stay back, and trust the process.
Into the box now, Luis Arias. And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. On to first, and they get the double play. But boy, was he ever upended at second base.
It's hard to do anything with a pitch like that that's below the zone. And if you do anything with it, most of the time, this will be the result. A double play on a good pitch down in the zone.
So base is empty now after the double play. And that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Rod Carew. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane of the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
It's a fine line from working down in the zone on 2-2 and bouncing one in there that basically stands no chance at getting swung at. Right there, he basically spiked that one right into the dirt, and now he has to find the zone on a 3-2 pitch.
And that'll get down for a 2-out single. So he wins the full count battle and finds a way to extend the inning.
Hey guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
At the plate now, Harmon Killebrew fouled off. The 2-2 one more time. Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. And it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Hit the other way out toward right field. Davis is under it. And the inning is over. Twins wind up stranding one. On to the bottom of the fourth now, still with no score. Ready to go in the bottom of the fourth. And here comes the first baseman, Matt Olson. The 1-1. Misses for the second ball. Now the 2-1 pitch.
That's ball three.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around a leadoff walk.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our two starters. And both of these guys bringing it pretty good. 97 and 93 is the top recorded speed so far. Coming to the plate now, Matt Chapman. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. The 1-1 home. He's in there for strike number 2. Count still at 1-2. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now, just rearing back and letting it go. And it seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
So now to the plate, Chris Davis. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2.
I'll tell you, if I'm pitching right now, I'm not throwing anything near the strike zone until these guys prove they can lay off it. They're just being way too aggressive.
And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Through 4, still tied, 0-0. Back at the Oakland Coliseum, and before we go much further, let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Twins to discuss his thoughts on Minnesota's lineup so far. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Now the 1-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
At the plate, Nelson Cruz. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
Boy, that was an awfully close pitch right there. I know if I'm on the mound, I want that pitch called a strike. That's one of those that could go either way.
2-1 pitch is a fastball off the plate away, and it's 3-1 now.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
And a changeup couldn't get him to bite, and it's ball 4.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take and a walk is the result.
Striding in, Mitch Garver. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Now the 1-1 pitch. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. Fouled off. The next 1-2 pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Runner on first in a double play situation, so you expect to see a lot of pitches down in the zone. So I think that pitch up right there was a good one. Obviously, the double play is more efficient, but you're always going to take a K when you're on the mound.
To the plate now, Eddie Rosario. Pitch outside. The throw is not going to get him as he swipes second.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt, Eddie. The ball isn't carrying well tonight, and we haven't seen any home runs, so sometimes you have to try for something else. Now, with seeing a single could be all it takes to push a run across.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
The payoff pitch. This one's smoked the other way, high and deep to left. A ball that's carrying. And he brings it down to end the inning as the go-ahead run is left stranded. So no runs here, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Last half of the 5th coming up, and we still have no score. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I talked to manager Bob Melvin during the break about his thoughts on the A's hitters to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
Thank you, Heidi. ready to go for the last half of the inning. And next to hit is the catcher, Austin Allen. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard to the right side. Carew is there. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Now back, second baseman, Tony Kemp.
Now batting, Tony Kemp. He drew a walk his first time up. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
Into the box, Ramon Laureano. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And here's a ball hit in the air. Right fielder is on the run, but this will land untouched. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
Oh, forget about this one. Baba Booey. Into the concrete staircases and gone. So a solo shot down the line in left. First home run of the campaign for him, and they've taken a 1-run lead.
Hey, I know we're not sitting up here with a crystal ball, but that swing right there, although in the middle innings, could be the deciding factor. And we could be looking back at this one when it's all said and done.
Into the box now, Marcus Semien. Hit down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ballgame, and that one ends the inning. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. All set for the start of the inning, and stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Marwin Gonzalez. A ball and 2 strikes to the Twins shortstop.
Got him to chase after the curveball below the zone there. That was a really nice pitch, and it can be a really tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
The 1-2. Fouled away. Yanked hard, but foul to the right. Popped him up. Allen shading to his right, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the center fielder, Torrey Hunter.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the Twins lineup. Stepping in, Torrey Hunter, 1 for 2 in the ballgame thus far. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full. Luis Arias waits on deck. Now the 3-2 pitch. Curveball, but a good job to lay off, and he works out the free pass.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Now it'll be the Minnesota DH, Luis Arias. He's rolled into groundouts a couple of times already here in the ballgame. Here now the 2-2. Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. Henderson is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Now batting, the second baseman, Rod Carew.
At the plate, Rod Carew, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. The 2-2. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Throw over to first. Now the 3-2 pitch. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down, and the inning is over. 1 left for Minnesota. They still trail 1-0. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and standing in, the imposing left-handed bat of the former AL MVP Jason Giambi. Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for ball 2. And right into the shift. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Now the pitch. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch, and even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
You know, what I'm seeing here is a reluctance to throw the fastball. It's like he feels he can't throw the ball right by him right now.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
I got 3-1. 3 balls.
Very impressive outing so far. His command has been spot on. Even when he misses his spot, it isn't out over the heart of the plate. He's throwing quality pitches.
The 3-1. And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
Now batting, the first baseman.
And that'll bring up Matt Olson. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Sent on the ground out to second. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And the recovery throw is too late, and there are 2 on with 1 away now.
Now batting, the third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Standing in now, Matt Chapman. Now a swing and a fly ball. Right fielder is on the run, but this will land untouched. Runners are at first and second with one away. And it's fouled away. Ready now. 2-strike pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
In now, Chris Davis. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now. 2 down, runners at first and second. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. A 1-2 pitch. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. A's strand a couple. They lead it 1-0. Now the number 4 Minnesota hitter, Harmon Killebrew. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. A ball and 2 strikes now. And the great Raleigh Fingers is up and throwing now. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out.
The third baseman, number 24, Josh Donaldson.
One gone now in the Minnesota 7th, and that brings up the former American League MVP, Josh Donaldson. 1 out, nobody on. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
At the plate now, Nelson Cruz. 2-2. Next pitch will be number 100 for him now through 6 2/3. Breaking ball well inside and taken for ball 3.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Digging in, Austin Allen. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Rosario is there. Makes the play, 1 away.
The batter, number 5, second baseman, Tony Kemp.
Into the box now, Tony Kemp. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Rosario is there. 2 down.
Now batting, number 22.
Ramon Laureano will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Blyleven sets his sights. Here's the 2-1.
Inside, ball 3.
Marcus Semien would be next. The 3-1 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. 2 out, nobody on. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And it's a foul ball. Now he extends nicely, and this ball is driven to right field and deep. Not quite out of here. It's off the out-of-town scoreboard. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Well, when you're hitting the ball as well as he is, every time you swing the bat, you're thinking the ball's leaving the ballpark. He had a home run last time, and he almost had another one here. Nothing wrong with a double off the wall, though.
To the plate now, Marcus Semien. This is in the air out to left field. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Ready once again, Mitch Garver. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
And he fouls this one off. Now the 3-2 pitch. Lazy fly ball out to center field. Kemp is there. 1 down. Very tight ball game so far. 1-0 the score as we take a look at our starter comparison, and both guys have given excellent performances to this point. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eddie Rosario. He flew out in his last at-bat. The 1-2 is in off the plate. And now Dennis Eckersley begins to loosen in the bullpen. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Marwin Gonzalez waits on deck. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with. Into the box, Marwin Gonzalez. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. The 1-1 home.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball, that pitch is out.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Down go the Twins in order. They trail this one 1-0. Tyler Clippard is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Number 36, Tyler Clippard.
Now the A's designated hitter, Jason Giambi, 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts for him so far. In there, 1-2 now.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
A bouncer to the left side. Donaldson's there. And the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away. Twins are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. He was great all night long.
Well, this is one of those as a pitcher where you don't get rewarded for pitching well. He threw the ball great in this one. Didn't get much run support. He's in line for the loss, and he deserves a much better fate. He threw the ball pretty well in this one.
2-1. Some movement now in the Minnesota bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. Hit hard down the left field line. But no one gets to this one as it lands in the home bullpen. A foul ball. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
First baseman, Matt Olson.
Now at the plate, Matt Olson. In past history against Tyler Clippard, he's hitless in 3 at-bats. Here now the 2-2.
You got 3-2.
Two out, nobody on. Grounded up the first baseline. Onto the bag with it is Killebrew, and that will retire the side. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. 9th inning coming up. It's the A's 1 and the Twins nothing. All set to start the 9th in this one, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder Torrey Hunter. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Helping him out here as he swings and misses to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes.
I mean, this offense has struggled because they haven't been able to make the adjustment. He stayed staunch on the outer half, and these guys have not worked the ball the other way.
Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
That was a nasty sweeping slider right there. If he was able to just catch the back door a little bit, he would have picked up that backwards K.
Davis is there, 1 away.
The bat, number 2, designated hitter, Luis Arias.
Striding forward now is the DH, Luis Arias. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Now the 2-1. Shot toward right center. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
D-Roll, this is the kind of guy, he doesn't really scare you as a pitcher because he's not a home run hitter, but somehow, some way, he always seems to get the barrel to the baseball.
Yeah, he's going to make you earn it, Dan, no doubt about it. He stays within himself. He doesn't try and do too much. One of those quality guys that walks through the clubhouse door every day. You know exactly what you're getting.
Here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Dennis Eckersley answers the call from dugout as he'll try to record the final 2 outs of this one. At the plate, Rod Carew. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2-2.
And he held up in time, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
Final strike for the Twins. Hard hit ball to second. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Throw on to first will be in time to take care of him, and the A's have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
Wow, that game flew by, but that's what happens when you get a well-pitched one-run game. Both hurlers battled, and it's almost a shame somebody had to lose this one.
And that 1 run held up tonight, 1-0 the final. The Oakland A's used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Catfish Hunter earns his first win of the season as he racked up 10 strikeouts in the effort. Bert Blyleven takes the loss despite striking out 11 batters. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Athletics, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Twins, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 20 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.